Hi guys, I hope you're doing all right. Now today's video is highly requested and it's all about IBS bloating. Now I did a video not that long ago about IBS pain and this is like the follow-up to that. So I'm talking about what my bloating feels like and also how I make myself feel better when I feel super bloated. So for me, when I'm bloated, I feel absolutely terrible. My whole stomach just seems to expand everywhere, like completely. It's so pressured. It's not squidgy in any way. So when you think of if someone's got like a big fat belly, you feel like it would be something squidgy and bouncy. It's not. It's so pressured, like a really strong balloon or something. I look pregnant. I really feel like I look pregnant. I look in the mirror far too much when I'm bloated. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. It's awful. And it's not just in the lower part of my stomach. Probably when it's at its worst, it's in that sort of upper bit of my stomach and then going into my rib cage. It feels like it's in my rib cage, but I think it's underneath. And I'm always sort of pressing underneath my ribs and pushing because it's just like trying to get it out. I'm like, there must be something trapped. So I'm trying to push it around and get it to go, but it doesn't seem to work all that well. And it's like, it's not just dull aches, although they're constantly there. It's these shooting pains that just come out of nowhere and you're just like, oh my God. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm really bloated for some reason after having 8 hours sleep and it's ridiculous. And I'm like moving around in bed just like in agony, like trying to grip onto my pillow because it hurts so much and just hoping it will go away. And sometimes it does. And that's why I feel like maybe it is trapped gas and stuff because you move into a certain direction and it feels a little bit better, but then that's just the shooting pains that might go away for a little bit. That dull, bloating ache is still always there. And when I go out sometimes, I feel like when I get really bloated, I feel like I want to lie down, but at the same time, I feel like walking and doing a bit of exercise, just really gentle exercise should help it. So I go for a walk and the whole time I'm walking, I'm clenching my stomach because it's just so bad and I must look like a right weirdo to be honest, but I can't walk properly at all and it's really frustrating. And that bloating, although it is not literally bloating in my back, but my back starts to hurt. The bloating, I think it's like, I guess it's a bit like someone who's pregnant. When someone's pregnant, they often get back pains and stuff. And when I'm really bloated, I think just my posture must change so much that my back just gets so sore. And that's when I know that it's really bad, when it's bloated at the front, top, bottom, shooting pains, back pain, wanting to lie down, lying down and it's not helping, go for a walk, oh my God, it's even worse, can't feel like I can even get home. It's just a nightmare and I absolutely hate it. It ruins a whole entire day, it ruins a whole week sometimes, it's the worst. And bloating for me isn't just a physical thing. Obviously the physical thing is the whole what bloating is, but it really affects me mentally as well because, my body suddenly looks different. It looks like I'm pregnant, it looks like I'm fat and my clothes don't fit properly. And when your clothes don't fit properly, it kind of makes you feel sad. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm fat, oh, I've eaten too much today, oh, tomorrow I'll have to eat less. And it puts all these thoughts into my mind, which makes me really struggle. And that's, really sad and it makes me a bit depressed. And, if I'm really bloated and, my clothes don't fit and I'm about to go out for a meal, I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I just can't do it. And either I'll go but be really quiet and not really very happy, or I won't go and then I'll regret not going later on in the week, but at the time I couldn't. And it's just a whole massive thing of feeling really down. I don't think there's anything positive that happens mentally in my brain when I'm bloated. I just feel awful. And even when I try and take the positives and be like, it's not going to be like this forever, I'm going to feel better in a few days maybe, I just then think, oh my God, it's going to take so long. It's going to take me having to not do my normal thing, eat really like bland food and not drink the stuff I want, have to be constantly just drinking oodles and oodles of like peppermint tea and stuff to make myself feel better. It's gonna be a slog and I'm not gonna have that day that I had planned yesterday because I'm gonna have to try and make myself feel better. And that mentally just makes me really drained, the thought of it. And obviously when I do feel better, mentally I feel great. But at the time when I'm bloated, mentally I feel absolutely the worst, and I'm just like, what is the point? So what do I do to make myself feel better when I'm bloated? The answer is, I can't do all that much because I'm feeling so terrible, and there isn't much that will make me, I must say, there isn't anything in the whole world that will make me feel 100% better, 110% better, nothing. But what I try and do, and what I hope you guys try and do as well, is to just take little baby steps and try and be positive about things. So there are little things that I can do that I know will help relieve the pain slightly and maybe make me feel that little bit better. Like I've said 1,000 times, but peppermint tea, peppermint tablets, for me, they really help. And I did have someone message me the other day, and they said, I'm not sure peppermint tea or peppermint tablets or something help me that much. They make me burp, and I'm not sure if that's good. And for me, burping and stuff is great. Like, I know people don't really like burping and stuff, but when you've got loads of trapped gas inside of you, having a burp is like the greatest thing on earth. It makes you feel better. So if you are drinking peppermint tea, having peppermint tablets and stuff, and you feel like you're having that sort of reaction to it, don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as a good thing, because that's what I think when I have it. Also, I just, stuff like hot water bottles and everything, everyone always says is really good. It is. If you've got the time and you can just sit down and relax with a hot water bottle, that really will soothe your stomach, no questions. Like, it definitely will. But I also find, like, my life is quite busy. I'm always busy, I'm always on the go. I'm that sort of person. I hate just sitting down and doing nothing. I cannot just sit and watch telly without being on my phone or doing stuff. I know it's bad, but that's just me. So I just try and keep going. I try and keep up what I would be doing normally. Even if I am getting to the point where I feel like I need to lie down, I think, right, I might not be able to go out and do that thing I wanted to do, but what was I planning to do later in the day that I could switch around and maybe do that now, and just do it at a snail's pace, do it really slowly. But then after you've done it, even if you did it 10 times slower than you would usually, you will feel so much better, positive, like there'll be positive vibes in you. Mentally you'll feel better, and if you feel better mentally, you can kind of almost deal a little bit more with that bloating pain, because it's all about how you feel kind of up here. And I'm not going to be one of those people who say, things are all in your head. But when you do feel more positive up here, you can deal with bad things down here. It's like if someone has a really bad illness or something, if they have a positive outlook about it, they will probably feel better than someone who is just thinking, my life is over and it's all going to end. It's about keeping positive, keeping happy, but keeping relaxed at the same time. I mean, the bloating, it's never going to go away. It's not just going to suddenly click your fingers and when you're happy it's going to fade away. But what you must make sure you do is not let IBS, not let bloating, not let bad gut health, none of that. Don't let it control your life. You have got this amazing thing. You have got life, and you really need to embrace that and make sure that having a bloated stomach doesn't make you really, do nothing. Like, fight that thing, fight that bloat, kill that bloat. Just do as much as you can to make sure that that doesn't rule everything about you. So there you go, that's what bloating is like for me and how I try and help myself when I'm feeling bloated. Let me know in the comments below, how you would describe bloating. When you're feeling bloated, how is it? What does it feel like? How do other people think about you when you're bloated? Tell me, talk to me. I'm open. I love reading your comments and stuff. So pop them down below. And yes, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have liked it, subscribe to the channel, thumbs it up, yeah, like it, whatever. Do all that stuff, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.